Hello, hello, it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to Thursday Night Stamp Therapy. I'm so happy you're joining me today, whether you're watching live or watching the replay, or maybe you're watching over on YouTube. Tell me hello and tell me what you're doing today. It is currently Thursday, July 30th, almost the last day of the month, and tomorrow is my sister's birthday, and it's a big one, so I wanted to make a very special card for her, and I always have the girls make cards as well, and you know I've shown you some of their stuff. They make the most amazing creations, and so today Claire made this magic slider card. Wow, isn't that cool? Oh my goodness, she was telling me about an idea that she had for a card, and it sounded a lot like this magic card. So I actually made this for the first time, oh my gosh, 10 years ago, I think it was, and I demonstrated this at the regional seminar in Cincinnati that Stampin' Up! Had a long time ago. And I created this tutorial. So for Throwback Thursday today on the Share and Connect group, I posted the link to the blog post where I originally shared this card idea and the tutorial. And I'll include the link when we're done with this video. I'll include the link in the description so that you can check out this tutorial and print it out for yourself. But today I'm going to kind of walk through some of the steps to make this magic slider card. Now you'll see that the pig has all kinds of accessories, and Claire is a very talented drawer, and so she drew the birthday cake and the hat and the piece of cake and made it look like the pig was eating it, and she wrote in, "This little piggy ate all your cake." So what's really fun is that most of that picture slides through when you pull the card up. Otherwise, you're just getting the original stamp, which is retired. I won't be using the pig today, but they pulled out all my retired stamps today for their crafting, and they just had so much fun stamping with the pig. And what else did they get out? The meerkats and the pandas. So I'm going to show you how to make the magic card today. I'm also going to show you a little sneak peek project from the August to December mini catalog. And then at the very end, we're going to do a stamp along with me. And hopefully you saw my video. If not, it's not too late. I'm going to wait until the very end to do this card. So if you haven't seen my video yet, you can still cut your supplies, get things ready. So you can cut it as we go, but it's easier if you can pre-cut these pieces ahead of time. You're going to need a card base that's 4 1/4 by 8 1/4, a piece of coordinating cardstock that's 3 inches by 8 1/2, and then designer paper or embossed cardstock. You could use the same color as your card base. That's 2 1/2 by 4 inches, 2 pieces of white or vanilla that are 2 3/4 inch by 4, and then like a punched shape or a die for the sentiment, a little piece of ribbon, and then any stamps, ink, adhesive that you want to use to make your card, and a paper trimmer with a scoring blade. I'm going to just put this down right here so that you guys can see. It is also in the description of the video, and I'm going to take a quick second to share this video to the Julie Stamping Spot Share and Connect group. And if you're not already on that group, you definitely want to make sure to get on there, because I am going to invite you all to share the cards that you make tonight with the stamp along with me. I hope that you'll share your cards there so everyone can see what you created with your card materials. Join us live. All right, let's just hit share over here. Are you guys ready to get started? Okay, yeah, that is right, Barb. So when I demonstrated this card in Cincinnati, I had just found out that I was pregnant with my 4th baby, Miss Anna Banana. And so I demonstrated a card with a kangaroo. And then when you pulled it up, there was a little kangaroo Joey in the pouch, and it said something about happy baby. So that's how I showed the card to my mom, and that's how I told her that, that I was pregnant and that I wasn't going to be able to go on the Stampin' Up! Cruise with her. What a fun memory that was. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to kind of walk through. This is the card that Claire made for my sister, in case you're just joining us. This little piggy set is retired, and Claire drew in a lot of the detail back here, but it's just kind of a fun effect where you see part of the picture and then you pull it up and it shows a colored in version, in this case adding some other images behind it. So I'm going to show you, walk through kind of a little bit how to do the magic card, and this was something I added kind of at the last minute. So we'll see how far we get in making a complete card. But we're going to start with a whole sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. And again, I will link to this tutorial when the video is over. I'll get on there and I'll share the link so that you guys can download this tutorial yourself. We're going to score at 4 1/4 down the middle and then turn it and score at 5 1/2. If you're just joining, this is not the card that you're making with us yet. This is just a card, an extra card. We're going to do the Stamp Along With Me card at the very end so that everyone has a chance to join us and cut their supplies. All right, now I'm cutting up. I like using the little lines here to line up with the score line, and I can tell where I'm going. So I'm cutting off the bottom corner of this card base, and that can be used for something else. This is Rococo Rose, by the way, that I'm using. Okay, and then the piece that's left, did I do the wrong way? I don't think it matters at this point. But I did. I'm just going to turn this over. I'm going to cut off a little bit more, about 1/8 of an inch, oops, wrong way, about 1/8 of an inch off the side. So just a wee little bit, and then 1/4 inch off the end of this piece that's left. Okay, so this is a regular card, and then this is like shaved down just a little bit. Okay, so while we're in here, let's go ahead and use some tear and tape. I'm going to put this aside for right now. So we're using some tear and tape. We're going to go right here. Ideally, you go all the way down with one piece. I just didn't plan that very well. And then we're going to close that up and do another piece on this side. And you really want to stay close to the ends with your tear and tape, because the slider is going to move in this empty space. So you need to keep it kind of close to the edge so there's room. Okay, so then the slider is 2 different pieces. It's a piece of window sheet and a piece of white cardstock, and they're the same. They're 3.5 by 5 inches. And so what happens with the magic card is that you have one side in front of the divider and the other one behind, and they're attached at the top. So when you pull them, they join together, and when it goes down, they're separated between that divider. Let's grab a little hole punch. We want to make a little notch here in the front for the pull, and then we're going to use the circle framelit to cut an opening. I'm going to just do this really quick with my Big Shot. Sorry, I'm off camera just for a second. Like I said, I wasn't planning to do this, but I sort of added it at the last minute. So I created the window with the circle framelit. Okay, so that's going to close. Oh, my notch is really crooked, isn't it? It's like not centered very well for the circle. Let's see if I can just redo it. Oh, close enough. Okay, so here's the secret with the image, is that we need it to line up exactly on both pieces. So we're going to use the Stamparatus. And for my card, I wanted to do something that was quick and easy, so I pulled out 2 Wild Rose, and we're going to do the outline. This is really spur of the moment. There's a dog hair on it. Okay. Okay, so let's see. We're going to line this up here in the corner, and I'm going to line this up where I want it to be. I guess I should try to use this as a guide as well, because I want it to fit in the window. So let's do that and go down. Okay, so that's just lining up where I need it to be. Now I'm going to put this back down here, and like I said, we need to use StazOn ink. StazOn is a solvent ink, and it will stick to the it sticks to the window sheet. Otherwise, it won't, the ink won't stay. So you need to use StazOn for the window sheet. I'm going to come down. Oh, that did not stamp very well. Let's try it again. That's the beauty of the Stamparatus, is that we can stamp again and and it's in the same place. I honestly don't use the Stamparatus very often, so this is, oh my goodness, I think it's the StazOn ink on top of this photopolymer stamp. I don't normally use StazOn on photopolymer. I wasn't thinking about it when I grabbed it out. Let's see if the third time is a charm. Okay, I think that's going to be close enough. So that's on the window. And then you guys are going to get the idea, and you're going to be able to do this with other images. So we're going to stamp on the white cardstock so that it's in the same position. Oh my goodness. It might need to be re-inked. We were just using it earlier today and it was okay. I really do think though it's the photopolymer stamp. All right, there we go. We're going to put this aside. Okay, and now we're going to fill in with, we're going to color the rose. And so it has, sorry for my clinging, we're going to fill in with some of these 2 steps. So this is like actually a 3-step stamp. There's a solid image, which we're going to do in the lighter pink. There's another dog hair. And then we're going to do this sort of detail image in the darker pink or Rococo Rose. So let's see how well I can line it up. Becky's suggesting a foam sheet on the base of the Stamparatus. I actually have one on there. It was just hiding under my grid paper. So I really do think the issue is the StazOn ink with the photopolymer. I prefer to use the StazOn ink with rubber stamps. It does a lot better with the rubber stamps. Okay, first color was Blushing Bride, and that was the first solid layer of the stamp, and then the second layer is going to be Rococo Rose. All right, let's see if we can get that lined up. That's really dark. I don't know that I love that. But for our purpose of showing you how to make this card, it's going to be good enough. I can always go back and make some changes. Okay, so I think, well, there's not really a lot of room to add leaves. It could be nice to add some leaves normally. All right, so since we've used the Stamparatus, our images line up perfectly. And so you're going to use a little bit of adhesive right at the top. Close that stays on ink. A little adhesive right at the top to line these up, and then you would cover that with a circle or some kind of tab there like Claire did on her card. For right now, I'm just going to leave it as is. This card's a little raw. So then when you put it in, it's going to go, like I said, on either side of this divider. So this is going to get put together. We're creating a pocket that has a divider in the middle. And again, I will link to the instructions so you can print out the PDF with the diagram. So then when you put this in, this is going to go, the white is going to go behind and the window sheet in front. Oh, my circle didn't line up well. This card is going to need a whole lot of tweaking. Okay, but you get the idea of the window sheet, and then you pull up and it's a colored image. Okay, that was a bad example. Let me show you Claire's beautiful example because it's so much better. Like I said, Claire used this little piggy stamp, and then on her white version, she colored and drew. She drew the cake, and the piece of cake, she wanted it to look like the pig was eating the cake. And the party hat, she drew that as well. And then she added the words, "Ate all your cake." So when you first look at it, it just says, "This little piggy." And then when you open it up, you get all those other little details. She added a little Playful Patterns designer paper and ribbon. And then we just used the same circle punch, but did it a little more effectively earlier. So this is the magic card. And again, I will link to that tutorial, but we had fun bringing that out on Throwback Thursday. And if you haven't made a magic card, I hope that you'll give it a try because it's really fun to sort of make a little surprise, or if nothing else, just to have a colored image. Oh my goodness. Okay, yes, Claire is amazing, and I think that Amy will really enjoy this card for her birthday. We're going to get her package out tomorrow, even though tomorrow is her birthday. We're running a little bit late. Okay, so that was the magic card. I want to remind you, in case you're just joining us, I'm going to show you another project, and then after that project, we're going to do the Stamp Along With Me card. So these are the measurements for the Stamp Along With Me card. So if you want to join us one more project from now, then you can gather your supplies and stamp along, or you can just watch and then you can follow along on the replay. I think you're really going to love this card, and I can't wait to see what you guys create with the colors and papers that you have pulled aside to use. All right, now we're going to switch gears, and I want to show you some stuff from the August to December mini catalog. Have you guys gotten your copy in the mail yet? Leave me a copy, or leave me a comment and let me know if you've gotten your copy of the mini catalog yet. Demonstrators all got a copy mailed, bulk rate mail from Stampin' Up, and I haven't gotten mine yet. I got the catalogs that I ordered, but I haven't gotten my actual catalog in the mail. So this time I sent all my customers catalogs last week in a first class envelope instead of doing the bulk mailing system through Stampin' Up, just because the post office has been a little bogged down, and I know that bulk mail is not it's not doing so hot. So if you don't have a demonstrator and you don't have a copy and you would like one, I would be happy to send one to you. But if you already have a demonstrator, you can ask your demonstrator, and she or he, I'm sure, would be happy to share. I can't show you the inside pages yet. The catalog launches next Tuesday, August 4th, but I can share with you some of the products inside. So today we are going to use this new punch. I kind of forgot the name. Hold on, let me just check here. It's called the Essential Tag Punch, and I just love punches, so I am really excited about this new punch. And we're also going to use the Little Treats stamp set, and this is the last bundle that's pictured in the catalog. Quick drink of water. I have a very special offer. I think last time or a couple times ago we talked about the product share. So every time there's a new mini catalog, I do a product share. And essentially what a product share is a bunch of people going in on one big order and then splitting it up or sharing all of the product. So I do all of that work for you by ordering everything from the catalog, and then I do all the work of splitting it up, and you just get to enjoy the sharing part. So if you're interested in participating in my August to December mini catalog product share, this one goes up here, and getting a little bit of everything from the catalog, then be sure to sign up for your spot. I have information linked already in the description right now, so you can check that out. And you get 6x6 pieces of all the designer paper, all the specialty papers like the foils. You get a yard each of all of the ribbons. You get a sampling of the accessories. And then some of the new, what are these called? Oh gosh, it just slipped my mind. They're little cello bags, and they have, I'm cheating and looking in the back. Where are they? Mosaic. That's the word I couldn't think of. Mosaic gusseted bags. So you get some of those as well. So all of this comes in the product share. And you can sign up for that right now. If you've already signed up, then I will be sending out the invoices tonight after the Facebook Live. So watch her for that invoice, and then I'll be ordering everything next week when I can order and getting that out to you as soon as I get everything cut. Now, I do have a special little offer. If you sign up for my product share, you can add on the Little Treats stamp set for a discount. So I'm offering $10 off the Little Treats stamp set, which makes it about $15. I think I actually knocked off a little more than $10, including tax and shipping. But for $15, you can add the Little Treats stamp set to your product share. It's one of my favorite stamps in the catalog because it has a little bit of everything. And so today I wanted to show you some really simple note cards that I made using the Little Treats stamp set and the Plaid designer paper. This is called Plaid Tidings. So this is a 6x6 designer paper, which means you get 4 sheets of each of 12 patterns, and they're all double-sided. So this really covers a lot of different occasions. You can see we've got all kinds of different colors in here, some nice ones for Halloween, some great Christmas patterns. There's also some really fun bright patterns like the crushed curry. There's a little melon mambo in there. How about that rich raspberry? This one's great for masculine cards. So you have 24 different plaids because you have 2 sides on 12 different sheets, and you'll get one of each in the product share. Today I used the Plaid Tidings designer paper to create some note cards. So this is a really quick and easy card. This is definitely something if you like to just stamp quick and don't like to be involved. The magic card is definitely like a fussy card, takes a little bit more work. This card is the opposite. This one is really clean, really simple and easy. So I started by cutting the designer paper into a 3 by 4.5 piece. So I cut in half, and then I cut it 4.5 inches. So I have this little bit left over that I'll be able to use on another project, but you can get 2 of these pieces from each 6x6 piece. So I'm going to start by just gluing this onto the card, the note card. So the note cards and envelopes, these come in a pack of 20 cards and 20 envelopes, and this is the minimum size to mail, so you can use a regular stamp to mail this. I just love how easy it is with these white note cards and envelopes to just make something quick and easy. So I'll be using the punch, the Essential Tag Punch, and I'm just going to punch that out and then do some simple stamping. So I'm going to do the Present in Balmy Blue. This is from the Little Treats stamp set. And then this one says, Especially for You. So really quick and easy. And then we're just going to put that right on top of the designer paper with some Stampin' Dimensionals. Okay, now you have to tell me, is this too easy? Is this too simple? I like clean and simple sometimes, and especially if you have just to make a quick card, you don't have a lot of time, or you want to give a set away. So here's the Little Treats stamp set again, and you can see it has all kinds of different stamps in here. It has the banners, the present, the Santa hat, the rings, some flowers, ornaments, treats, the spider, and then different sentiments. So let me show you. I made a little set of cards, and I think this would make a really cute gift. So I used, let me take them all out of the box. This is the mini paper pumpkin box, and they are sized to perfectly fit a set of note cards. Let me show you some of the other images that I used from the Little Treats stamp set and the Plaid Tidings paper. So I have this one with Melon Mambo, especially for you. A little treat for someone sweet. Thank you for coming. Happy Halloween. So I think that's backwards. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. And another ho, 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 Merry Christmas with the ornaments. Isn't that a cute set? I think this would be such a fun gift to give. You can make all these cards with the one stamp set and the Plaid Tidings designer paper, or you can mix and match and use any of the designer paper from the holiday catalog or any of the paper that you have at home. So very simply, just the Little Treats stamp set, the Essential Tag Punch, and then let's just go ahead and put these back, and I'm going to show you how to dress up the box a little bit. If you are going to give these as a gift, then it would be cute to package them inside the mini paper pumpkin box. This comes white, and there is, I'm going to show you, there is a little coating on here, so it is food safe. If you want to put homemade treats in here, that would work perfectly. But I'm just going to do some really simple layering again. This is the same size designer paper as I used on the note cards. So this is 3 inches by 4.5, and I'm layering it on a piece of Melon Mambo cardstock. And that's going to go right in the center of the box. And then we're going to make a tag. So I've got a little piece of Whisper White cardstock, and I went ahead and punched, this is another one of my favorite punches, the lovely Label Me Lovely punch. And I did this in Balmy Blue, so it kind of brings out that little blue stripe in the designer paper. And then we're going to use the Essential Tag Punch again, and we're going to make a long label. So we're going to slide this in from underneath and try to center it a little bit here. I think that looks good. And punch. And then we're going to turn it around and again just sort of slide it in there. From the back and center it. So we've created a long label with the same fun little corners that we have on the Essential Tag Punch. So you can create a tag any size, any length, I should say, by just putting in one end like that. All right, so let's do some simple stamping here. We're going to just use the same stamps. This is going to make a cute little gift. So we're going to stamp the present in Balmy Blue, and then we're going to add the words, especially for you, in black. And then let's just do some simple layering onto our box. Go on the tag, and then we'll do some more on the bottom of the tag. Now I debated whether or not to use like some ribbon or some rhinestones, but I decided to just keep this set really clean and really simple because you don't need a whole lot. So like I said, with the plaid paper and then the tag punch and the little treats, we have the cute little box, and then we have the cute little note cards that go inside. Do you love it? I'll include a link in the description of the video to all the items that I used today. Now, just a reminder, the little treat stamp set and the essential tag punch are not available for customers until Tuesday, August 4th. So they'll be available next week. But like I said, if you want to add it onto your product share, you can sign up for the product share and then add on the little treat stamp set for just $15 more. So it's like a savings of $10. So I tried to mark it off as much as I could to give you guys a discount because I love it so much. And I think you're gonna enjoy having the little treat stamp set when you get your product share. All right, that was project number 2. I'm so glad that you guys love it. I love seeing all your little hearts. All right, are you guys ready to do some stamping? It's time for you to have some Thursday night stamp therapy too. Get out all your supplies because it's your turn to stamp along with me. I'm really excited about this. So we've done some stamp along with me before, and we did where we cut a whole bunch of paper and we made a whole bunch of cards. But this time I wanted to do what a lot of demonstrators are calling mystery stamping. And Sharon Armstrong started this a couple years ago. She's a demonstrator friend, and we just did this mystery stamping with our advisory board alumni group 2 weeks ago, and it was so much fun. Sharon told us the measurements to cut ahead of time, and then we stamped them together. Now, when Sharon did this, she did not show us what she was doing, and so I thought that might be a little difficult. So I am going to walk through it, and the fun thing about doing the mystery stamping Sharon's way is that when she just gives the verbal instructions, all the cards may turn out completely different. So I'll be interested to see if your cards come out just like mine or if they come out a little bit different. But either way, we're all using different stamps and different paper and different colors. And so they are going to be a little bit different that way, if nothing else. So again, if you make a card tonight, I hope that you'll share on the Julie's Stamping Spot Share and Connect group. Again, I'll add the link to the description of this video when we're all done. But I'd love for you to share there so that everybody can see the card that you made. I'm going to take a quick sip of water and get started. So I actually prepped 2 different versions of this. I couldn't go without using Well Done. I know I've been obsessed with this one, but I just had to. And then we're also going to use, or I'm also going to use the Snowflake. I'm trying to pull this out of my bucket. Oh, that was loud. Snowflake Wishes stamp set. This is from the mini catalog, the August through December mini catalog. So let's start with the basic scoring. We're going to start with that, and then we'll break into our stamps. So I did mention that you were going to need a paper trimmer with a scoring blade. If you're in the market for a new paper trimmer, I really do like this new one from Stampin' Up. It has both centimeters and inches on here. It comes with a cutting and a scoring blade. It has an arm that extends out so you can cut a long piece of cardstock, and the arm locks in place so that it doesn't flap around as you're moving it about. So I really enjoy this. Now the light blade is the scoring and the dark blade is the cutting. So we are going to start, let's see if I can do this with 2 different cards and not confuse you. We're going to start with our cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 8 1/4. Okay, so you should have one that looks like this, and we're going to score it at 5 1/2 inches. I'm going to try to go slow enough so that you can follow along. So the first thing we're going to do is score at 5 1/2 inches. All right, I'm going to do that. This is the same concept. I'm just doing this with a different color. So first thing is to score at 5 1/2 inches. Okay, now the next step is to take the other piece of cardstock. This is 3 inches by 8.5 inches. And you're going to score this one at 4 1/4. 4 1/4. I should have had little post-it notes. I'm sorry. Let's get this in here really quick in case. Okay, so score at 5 1/2. Okay, so that was the first one. And the second one, score at 4 1/4. Okay, so Deanna says those colors are so pretty. This is Seaside Spray and Moonlight, Misty Moonlight. So this is a new in color and this is an old in color. But I thought that they really looked pretty together. Okay, so this is how you're scoring your 2 big pieces. And then I'm just going to catch up with my other card and score that as well at 4 1/4. This is kind of hard because there's a little bit of a delay, so hopefully you guys are following along okay. I'm going to keep going, and hopefully you guys are still with me. Okay, so that's it with the paper trimmer. You can put that aside. Now for the base, for the big piece, if you have a piece of designer paper or the embossed cardstock, this is 2 1/2 by 4 inches. And I'm actually going to use the other side of it. This is going to go on the large cardstock in that smaller section. Let's get the adhesive out. We're going to put that down. Now your card can go 2 different ways, and I'll show you that as we get there. But if you made your cardstock, if you cut designer paper or your embossed piece so that it has to be, you know, a certain way, then it's okay. Your card can go either way. It doesn't have to go vertical. It doesn't have to go horizontal. It can go whichever way you'd like it to. Okay, so we glued on that piece. This one, it was an embossed piece, and this one, it was designer paper. Okay, next step is to do your stamping. So for these white pieces, one is going to go on one side of that long skinny strip, and the other is going to go on the other side on opposite sides. Okay, so let's do the stamping before we put it in. I'm using that Snowflake Wishes stamp set and Misty Moonlight and Seaside Spray. So I'm going to stamp the large snowflake. Now if you're stamping right now, you're doing this on one of the 2 2 3/4 by 4 inch pieces of white or vanilla, and you may be stamping something different, or maybe you have designer paper for this part. You're going to stamp whatever your focal image is. I'm doing a collage of snowflakes. And then I'm going to do some dark snowflakes. Oh man, that got all like... Nope, I'm just going to leave it. It'll be fine, right? I have some inside words, and so I'm going to stamp them on the inside piece. Okay, so one is for the front and one is for the inside. These are the 2 2 3/4 by 4 inch pieces of white cardstock. And while you're stamping yours, I'm going to get out my other card. Now for this one, I decided to use a piece of designer paper. So I'm just going to put this right on the front, And then for the inside, I'm going to stamp some fishes. Well, maybe I should stamp. I changed my mind. I'm going to stamp the turtle. I like that turtle stamp from there. Let's get him out really quick. Okay, so again, you're going to have, this is folding to be a card, okay? So you're going to have one piece on the front and the other piece on the inside. To make a little mini card. Okay, so this one has designer paper. This one has 2 pieces of stamped cardstock. So this is going to go on the front. Fold it in half, and this is on the inside. Now you'll notice that my 2 cards are different. One of them is vertical and one of them is horizontal. So I just wanted to show you that it doesn't matter if your card, which direction it goes. It can go either way. It's okay, Loretta. You can always watch and make the card with us. Now, I'm using 2 different stamp sets in 2 different colors, but you may be using something different, and that's okay. Just use whatever you have at home, whether it's the whales or snowflakes or something else entirely. How's everybody else doing? I'm hoping that you're just busy and too busy to comment because you're following along okay. Hopefully I'm not going too fast. While I'm waiting for someone to say that they're keeping up, I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on the back of the little mini card. Now, I like to use tear and tape when there are lots of layers of cardstock. So I'm going to use 2 strips of the tear and tape on the back of the mini card, and I'm going to do that on both of them to get them ready. Am I going too fast, Christina? I see that you said trying to stay with me. Do I need to slow down a little bit? All right, I do have this list. So if you're just joining, if you haven't seen much yet, then this list is in the description, and you can either do it now or you can come back and follow along with us. You're just slow. Nobody else is commenting, so I don't know how everybody else is doing. I love these. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Like I said, if you... Oh, man, did I do that upside down? I did. Hold on. It would not be a Facebook Live if Julie didn't tear apart a card. Right? Let me make sure I get this right. This is going this way, so this has got to go this way. Okay. All right, so we're going to put, oh good, Barb says she's with me, so I'm going to keep going. We're going to put the mini card, and we're gluing it to the inside of like the large section of the card base. Okay, so just going to glue that down like this. You're stuffing your face with dinner. Carla's just watching too. Had to call us and he discovered us. Oh no! Fleas. That's not good, Carla. All right, so we've glued the mini card to the inside of the big card base with that flap then closing in the middle, and then the card closes on the other side of it. Okay, let's catch up with the other card. Now this one is vertical, so I'm going the other direction with it, and again I'm going to take the tear and tape off, center the card in the middle section, give it a good rub to make sure it's connected well. Then this this comes up and then this comes down, so it's kind of like a double card. It has two flaps. Okay. All right, the next thing is the punch or label die for sentiment. So for this one, I have a little circle. And for this one, I used that Label Me Lovely punch. And so we're going to just stamp the sentiment on it. So for this one, I've got little fishies and the words, hoping all your birthday fishes come true. Isn't that cute? Hoping all your birthday fishes come true. And then I couldn't decide on a turtle. I wanted to add a turtle to the card, and I thought I would just wait and see. I think I like the green one. I think that he fits a little bit better. So you're gonna add the ribbon. Like, I'm just gonna add some adhesive. I just folded my little piece of ribbon in half. Okay, just added it back here, and then I'm adding the greeting with Stampin' Dimensionals. Can you show me the piece with the two writing? I can show you the Post-its, but I already started gluing things on. Hold on one second, Christina. Okay, so this is gonna go on the card. Let me find my turtle. And get him on here. I think we need some sequins. That'll finish this out. Okay, Christina asked for the measurements again. So the big cardstock, we scored at 5.5. And then the little cardstock, we scored at 4.25. Okay, so on this card, the next thing is the punch. So I have a punched circle, and I'm going to add the word, oops, wrong color. I'm going to add the words in Misty Moonlight. And this says, thank you so much. Isn't that cute? And some of this iridescent ribbon. These are in the mini catalog and will be coming out next week. It seems crazy to be stamping Christmas cards already, but I don't know, with the hot temperatures we've had, I don't mind stamping snowflakes. It kind of cools me off. So I folded the ribbon in half, and then I'm just going to add the, I'm going to kind of go off the edge just a little bit. Okay, so there's kind of our finished card. Now, if you want to, you could add some more embellishments. Like, I'm just going to add really quick some sequins to the whale card. Let's do like a doot, doot, doot. One down there. The Take Your Pick tool is perfect for picking up loose sequins. Oh, get down. Sometimes it's too good, huh? See if I can find a green one. changing my mind about the locations. Green one there. And then we'll do a little, is that smaller? Yeah, a little blue one. Up here. Oh. All of my fingers. They're sticky. Oh my gosh! Okay. I'm struggling. Okay, you got it. You got the picture. So you can embellish yours however you want. So here is the finished whale done. Ooh, Wink of Stella on the turtle. I love that idea. Why not? Let's dress up his shell a little bit. Is this new? I haven't even opened this yet. Let's get out the one that's already open. There we go. Oh yes, a little Wink of Stella. I don't think you can see it in the light. Wink of Stella on the turtle. Hoping all your birthday fishes come true. And then on the thanks so much, I added some snowflake sequins. Can you see these? These have little glue dots on them already. Now here's your this or that for today. I did one earlier and I did it horizontal, and the one I did just now is vertical. So which way do you like the thanks so much card? Do you like it vertical or do you like the horizontal? This or that? Each one is the same on the inside, has the same sentiment and snowflake. Oh my gosh, should I just get, oh no, I just got Wink of Stella all over my card. Oh my goodness. I guess I'm gonna have to do something. Do some like splatter. Oh, good grief. Good grief. There. Now it looks like it was meant to be that way, right? That's not the look I was going for, but that's what we got. I added some over there too. Oh my goodness, what a mess. And now I gotta let that dry. Okay, this vertical or that horizontal. It's always an adventure when you come stamping with Julie. Let's add a little more sprinkle over here. Just kind of tap in. Tap in my Wink of Stella brush since I made a mess already. I have one more sample. I made this one for a swap using the, I think it's called Life is Beautiful stamp set. So I embossed with the embossing folder for that second layer down there, and I just love the way this one turned out. So this was my inspiration. This was the first one that I designed, and then I decided I wanted to stamp with you guys and make this card. So here are my 3 flip-flap cards, I guess, double flap cards. I can't wait to see what you guys made, so be sure to share over on the Share and Connect group and let me know how your card turned out, because I'm sure it's very different, very different from mine, especially when it comes to the splatter of Wink of Stella. But that is it for me today. Oh, I wanted to do a drawing, but we need to do one in a different way because last time it just wasn't working. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you guys a question, and I would like you to leave an answer. And then I'm going to go on later, and everyone who got it right, I will put their name in a drawing. And I will put their name in a drawing, and one person will get a card that I made tonight. So my question is, today for dinner we had make your own pizza. So I want you to guess one of the toppings that I put on my pizza. Besides cheese and sauce, I put on 1, 2, 3. I had 3 toppings on my pizza tonight. So leave a comment and guess what you think I put on my pizza. And I will take all the right answers and put them in a drawing, and one person will get one of the cards that I made tonight. So let me show you what we made tonight. We made these two with the stamp along with me. We did, oh my gosh, I just love this. We did our note card box holder with the note cards. And then, oh, I didn't finish my card, but I showed you how to make the magic card that Claire created. Oh my gosh, so stinking cute. So that's it for me today, guys. Make sure if you want to participate in the product share that you get signed up for that. The new mini catalog starts next week on Tuesday. Watch for the link for the magic card tutorial. I'm going to add that to the description of the video when I'm all done. And if there's anything else I missed or you asked a question that I didn't get a chance to answer, I promise I will catch up on all the comments. Thanks for tuning in tonight, and happy stamping!